A very warm welcome into the Brixton Recreation Centre. It's the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2025. Back once again to crown the kings and queens of the summertime. Powered by Jordan Brand. It is the fourth year of the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League. Brought to you, of course, also by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Putting back into the beautiful game of British basketball. As is always the way. We've got 6 games today, and it will be the same way for the next 5 weekends, 5 Sundays. So if you are available, if you're in the area, or if you can travel, get yourself down to the Brixton Recreation Centre. More information on the Hoopsfix website. We've got 6 games today, kicking off in the women's pool. It is Emerald versus Sapphire, to be followed by Ruby versus Diamond. If you want to know all the stats and all the happenings, link in the description for that. If this is your first time joining us, firstly, welcome aboard to the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League. Now, how does this all work? Because we've got 6 games today, and we run through them pretty quickly. The clock will not stop during game time until the final 2 minutes of the final period. We call that FIBA time, or FIBA regulations. Otherwise, it's going to run pretty much like a normal game of basketball. Like I say, the clock won't stop until a timeout is called, the end of a quarter or halftime, or until the final 2 minutes of regulation. If a player is fouled in the act of shooting, they will take 1 shot, and it will be for the value of whatever they were shooting for. Let's say you've got an outside shooter putting up a 3 ball, they get fouled, they're going to the line, they're going to shoot 1 shot, it's going to be worth 3 points. I think we are broadly up to speed with what you need to know right now as we go through not just the game, the day, but of course the tournament for the next 5 weeks here. You will get more and more acquainted with just how things run here in the Brixton Recreation Centre. We are about to get underway. Team Emerald in the black uniforms taking on Team Sapphire in the red uniforms. As the table are just finishing up putting in the information, officials are telling players to remove the jewellery. Ellie Maidman and Beth Sarson as well, having to remove some jewellery where possible. Again, it's a summer league, but we still take things seriously. We still do things properly. Make sure you're following Hoopsfix across all of the social media platforms. You want to search for Hoopsfix wherever you get your social media fix, and especially make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. And of course, follow also the Hoopsfix Foundation, and make sure that you're supporting women's basketball as well with Hoopsfix. So, the 2 sides are on the floor. Table are happy. Our refereeing crew is confirming they are happy, and we are ready to get underway. The Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League is back, and the first possession of the tournament is taken by Team Sapphire. Wellham has it. The handoff to Sarah Round. Round driving inside, goes for the drop pass inside for Cleary. Doesn't quite come off for the WNBL D1 MVP. Beth Sarson. Looking at the 3. Just off the mark. Rebound taken in by Round. They're going to take it the other way. Wellham. Sharp shooter, just short. Nicely rebounded. It was Nkobodo. Sarson once more. Driving, kicking to the outside. Thought about the 3 ball. Really good defense there from Mokoka. Still Sarson. Shots up. Just a little bit long. And now it's batted away by Cleary. There is a shot clock and there's 5 seconds on it. But given the quick turnaround, it's not visible in the arena. It's just in the referee's counting. 5 seconds to shoot it. Sarson looking to put it up. Sends it inside. Rejected. And a 24-second violation. Really solid defense there from Team Sapphire. Modiegi Mokoka, I think, really bring it on defense on that one. Cleary going inside, met at the rim, fouled in the act of shooting. Foul called on 12. And Sarkodee-Adoo. Contact to the head. First points of the 2025 tournament put down by Lindsay Cleary. They're good for 2. And that's one of the quicks here. The clock doesn't stop as the shot's up. Shot spanked home. Beth Sarson on a turnover. Maidman kicks it forward. Looking to go underneath. That's really solid basketball. Kenisha Whyte finishing from the Bailey Wang assist. 2 plays 5, just like that. An explosion of scoring, nearly turned over again. Good defense, Wang. That's been put on the floor. And Sarson will come away with it. Stripped away by Tyra Phelan. Up the floor. Tried to keep it alive. Phelan started the play, looked to end it. A little bit too much sauce on that pass, I think, from Wellham. Held on the outside. Now she drives. Has it stripped by Cleary. Real solid defense. Clean as a whistle is round. Looking to go the other way. Drops it off. The 3 ball is good. Lindsay Cleary ties it at 5. Wang calling for substitutions. Going inside, puts it up off the glass. 2 more, Beth Sarson. We're going to see Ruby Clarke checking in for the first time. As Modiegi Mokoka taking it to the racks. 7 apiece. Three balls on the way. Wang just a little bit too strong. Cleary goes behind her back to get over the timeline. Escapes Maidman. Lovely pass inside to Round. Can't finish. That's going to stay with Team Sapphire. There's changes on the floor. For the first time, you get to see Ruby Clarke. Three ball. Just short. And now it's going to be Sarson. Kicks it to the centre. Goes for the righty finish. Couldn't put it down. Sarkodee-Adoo. And the second chance opportunity, Whyte. Didn't go down either. Modiegi Mokoka. 3 ball. Oh! Strings it. Harriet Wellham. Showing a little bit of why she's been such a dominant force for Ipswich in WNBL D1. As that one's just short. Gonna go for the second attempt. No, tries to find a pass. Does find a pass. High off the glass. No good. And it's gonna be Sapphire to take it back the other way. Wellham. Sarah Round. Lindsay Cleary. Cleary, the second time, puts it down. Three ball. Just skims the rim. And wholesale changes for Emerald. And one change for Sapphire. Sinead Prince checking in for the first time. Tyra Phelan taking a break. The Emerald players we will introduce you to as and when they have an impact on this game. Wellham finds round on the outside, sets her feet just a little bit too strong on the shot attempt. Maignomo with the rebound, she wears one. Little two-player game. Basket's good. 12 plays 9. Emerald. Cleary goes to her right. Had it picked. Got it back. Put it down. That's a great find underneath. Sophie Khlaf there to finish. 14 plays 11. Sapphire in the lead. 3 balls on the way. 3 ball is nothing but net once again. Harriet Wellham making it rain from outside. Going inside. Can't finish though. That's Sarson. Maignomo. Glorious finish. Really starting to stretch their legs, Team Sapphire.
Hoopsfix 2022.
Underneath. Tried to pick her pocket. Wellham puts it up. 3 triples from Harriet Wellham. Somebody came to play this morning here in the Brixton Recreation Centre. Ruby Clarke. That's been turned over. Wellham turns provider. Cleary knew it was short. And her shot from the foul stripe, she tried to drive in. So under 2 to play in the first, but the clock stays ticking here. As changes will be coming next time for Team Sapphire. They're at 22-11. Some really hot shooting from Wellham's blown this game wide open. Does it look like she was on for one there? Just short. But good hustle on the offensive rebounds from Emerald. Shots up, 3 ball is good. Tazibeya Dangaremba putting it down. Trying to go 3 for 3, just a little bit long that time. The Team Sapphire shooter, final minute of this first period of play. Screen set goes to her left. Still trying to drive through. Forced to retreat. Can't go for the pick and roll. Sarson likes the 3. Just a little bit too long. Rebound taken by Emerald. But Sapphire, they're going to drive the other way with it. Harriet Wellham. Wellham going inside. Can't finish. Fouled in the act of shooting. Going to go to line with a 1 for 2. Foul called on Mokoka. Two is good. And that is the end of the first quarter. Team Emerald are trailing 14 to 24 to Team Sapphire. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back into the Brixton Recreation Centre. Second quarter action back underway. And it's Team Emerald on the offense and in the... Well, they are trying to regain some of that shooting they had early in the period. So 14 seconds to shoot it. Betsarson wastes no time, a little bit too strong. Rebound picked up by Lwazi as the three-ball attempt from Phelan doesn't go. Ruzsa with the rebound, kicked it back out. No good on the three-ball attempt. That was Sinead Prince. Oh, has it stripped Betsarson. And it's stripped right back. Puts it down for two. Sophie Khlaf. Sinead Prince, drive, kicked across. Hands in there from Sarson. And now Team Emerald looking to battle back. They're down 24-16. Wide open, thought about the shot. Looked for a higher percentage chance, couldn't finish though. Maignomo. Away with it comes Team Sapphire. Well on the bench, we're going to see Mokoka and Lindsay Cleary check back into the contest. Who sits down? It's Price. And Amanie Emmanuel. Modiegi Mokoka, former South Africa international. Three balls on the way. Oh, strings it. Sarson finds Maignomo. Three ball. No good. Ruzsa did a really good job initially on the rebound, but that's been taken the other way. And a foul. Let's see who this gets called on. I think it might be Mokoka. It is Mokoka. There was a lot of bodies in there. (27) Plays 16. Sapphire in the lead. No good on the pull-up attempt. Sophie Khlaf. Last touch. Player in a red uniform. I think that was Lindsay Cleary. Maidman. Tries to turn the corner. No good. Clarke. Mokoka going downhill. Mokoka! Oh, that would have been some finish. Didn't go. Maidman. One-on-one with Cleary. Tries to put her in the spin cycle. Little low with the shot attempt. Kenisha Whyte drives in. Can't finish herself. And it does go. The two is good. That was Nkobodo. Inside, Cleary finishes for two more. Modiegi Mokoka looking very pleased with the assist. She now tries to pick up Maidman, kicks it inside. Wang, half the glass, no good. 29 plays 18. Sapphire still in the lead, though. Takes one run from Emerald to get back into it. Ruzsa on the move. Shot doesn't go from outside. Halfway with the step back pass. Battling inside. It's back on the outside with Kenisha Whyte. Looks to skip it over to Maidman. Maidman. Long, high arcing two, just short. Phelan, long three. just off the mark to the right. Substitutions for Team Sapphire. Sarah Round back into the contest. Maidman gets to her spot, gets the pass inside to Wang, back outside, 3 balls on the way. Doesn't get the favourable bounce from Maidman. Mokoka kicks it, good ball movement on the outside. Now to the inside with Cleary. Phelan just off the mark. I'm okay with that shot, she's got that in her locker for sure, and it was a really nice basketball. Good ball movement by Sapphire. How did Emerald respond? 4 minutes to play in the second period of play. Maidman. Long two, just a little too strong. We're going to see the return of Harriet Wellham and Beth Sarson. So substitutions both sides. Tyra Phelan taking a seat for Sapphire. Taking a seat for Emerald is Bailey Wang. Modiegi Mokoka. Cleary. From the elbow. Finishes. I don't think she was 1,000,000% sure that was going down. 31 plays 18. That's been stripped once again by Mokoka. Her defense. Something else. A little 2-player game with Cleary. Now she kicks it up the floor. Gets it back from Round. Puts it home. Give her a clap. What a play. Modiegi Mokoka. Held in the mid-range. 3 ball. No good. Lwazi puts it down for 2 more. And Sapphire are just doing whatever they want to do right now. Making things super tough on defense. Kenisha Whyte with the tough finish though. Through a crowd of bodies. And that's more like it from Emerald. Lindsay Cleary. Can Emerald get a stop? Kicks it up to the outside. And it's a 3-ball made. Lindsay Cleary. Timeout taken by Sapphire. They tried to make it difficult, but when you've got 2 legends of the WNBL D1 in recent years, the 2 MVPs combined, they're going to hurt you. 37 plays 20 in favour of Team Sapphire. Once again, make sure you're following Hoopsfix across all the social media platforms, your social media platform of choice. They will be there. And of course, head over to hoopsfix.com. All the news about basketball, both in this country and of course, the careers of the players playing it abroad. And it's the summertime. You know what that means? It means Great Britain will be in action in 5-on-5, wheelchair, 3-on-3. All that news and information, hoopsfix.com has you covered. And if you want a little bit more information about this game you're watching right now, in the comments section, in the description, there's a link. Hit that link, it'll take you to the live stats page, which will show Sapphire 37, Emerald 20. Lindsay Cleary 15 points. Harriet Wellham 11 points. Modiegi Mokoka 6 points, but 12 efficiency. Having herself a day, as that's just off left from Sarson. That'll go out of play. We're under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Once in the backcourt violation, wasn't coming. Price in the corner, gives it to Wellham. Give her an inch, she's going to take a mile. It wasn't bad defense, but you can't give her even half a foot of space. She will punish you, Harriet Wallin. 40 plays 20. On the outside with Sarson once more, looking to set the screen. Sends her to the floor, can't make the shot. A little bit of talking there between Harriet Wallin and Beth Sarson as we got under a minute to play. It's going to be a held ball, it's going to go the way of Emerald. 40 seconds to play. Maignomo doesn't get the favourable roll. Clock will stay ticking. Remember, we don't stop until the final 2 minutes of regulation, and then it's FIBA time. Lindsay Cleary taking it over the timeline. Sarson with a wild swipe. It's a 3-ball attempt. Just a bit too strong into the hands of Maignomo. They'll have chance for one more. 15 seconds for Emerald. Ruzsa. Oh my, what a finish that was. Sophie Khlaf. Wallin trying to conjure up something, tried to get the pass away, ball's on the deck, and that's going to do it. Time will expire in the first half. And it's a big lead for Sapphire at the half time. Sapphire up 40-22. As we saw in that first period, it just takes one player just to really click into gear, start hitting from outside, and they can really take it the other way. We're going to be back in about 2 minutes' time for the second half of action here from Game 1, Week 1, Hoopsfix Pro Summer League 2025. We'll be back in just a moment. A very warm welcome back into the Brixton Recreation Centre. Hoopsfix Pro Summer League 2025. It's our first game of the summer. First game of the tournament. And it's a really fun matchup we've got here. Team Emerald taking on Team Sapphire. Sapphire up 40-22, and a travel called on Modiegi Mokoka to get us kicked off in the third quarter. Beth Sarson looking to light something up with her side. Found Kenisha Whyte, couldn't finish, and that's been stripped from Gamu Nkobodo. Sapphire going to take it up the floor with Mokoka. Dropped off inside. Good move to the basket. Fouled going to go to the line to shoot 1 for 2, Amanie Emmanuel. Foul on 12 black. That was Nkobado again. That's her second foul of the contest. And the shot doesn't go, but the putback does. And Mokoka has come to play. Again, if you're just joining us, the clock doesn't stop except for a timeout. And during the final 2 minutes of the game, as Beth Sarson steps on the line out of bounds. And to keep things rolling, you shoot 1 free throw for the shot value that you were attempting as you were fouled. So in that instance we had just there, it was a 2-shot attempt. She got a 1 for 2. Mokoka gets the pass inside, kicked back outside. Ruzsa. Inside to Emmanuel, swatted! Nkobado. Oh no, it was a foul. It's a 1 for 2 once again. Again, the officials with a better view of it than me. I have a sea of players to try and look through as Emmanuel can't make the freebie. That's a good pass. Travel though on the attempt for Sophie Khlaf. That's 4 changes for Team Emerald. Who is the one lone remaining player? As somebody needs to check out. That one player remaining in is Ruby Clarke. No, forgive me. It's Beth Sarson. Cleary came to the top for that one as Amanie Emmanuel hit the deck where the pass was expected. Out of bounds. Josephine Maignomo. So it's back underway. Sapphire team taking things seriously. Oh, that's a serious shot. He's a long 2. Ruby Clarke opening the Team Emerald account in the second half, as that's a rejection and a foul. Foul called on number 1, Josephine Maignomo. And for the 3rd time in about 3 and a bit minutes, Amanie Emmanuel heads to the strike. This time, a bit too strong. That's going to go the way Team Emerald. So Emerald, they're getting the stops. They're holding up play. Can they now take things the other way offensively? Wang, bounce pass to Maignomo. On the outside, Sarson goes inside. Lovely bounce pass, find and finish. Ruby Clarke on the assist. Beth Sarson, 42 plays 26. That's been turned over. Maignomo finds Clarke. Sapphire have been able to reset their defense. As Sarson battling away is fouled. That will be called. Yes, it will be called on Amanie Emmanuel, a veritable veteran of the Hoopsfix Prime Summer League. No good, batted around. Good finish, Ellie Maidman. Lindsay Cleary has it stripped by Sarson. And now Maidman driving inside. This is more like it, Team Emerald. 42 plays 30. And would you believe it? Harriet Wellham and Fatumah Lwazi immediately off the bench as that shot's too strong. And Wang with a 3-on-1 cleanser. He's on the deck. Maignomo keeps it in play, puts it down. And it's a timeout being called by Sapphire. We've got a game on our hands here at the Brixton Recreation Centre. 4:10 left in the third, and Team Sapphire still in the lead, 42-32 over Team Emerald. Scoring leaders for Emerald. There we go. So they're sharing it around pretty well. Maidman, 4 points to her name. Beth Sarson has 5. Kenisha Whyte also with 4. Their leading scorer, though, is Sophie Khlaf. 6 points. Let's go along with 3 rebounds. Scoring leaders on Sapphire, Lindsay Cleary and Harriet Wellen, 15 and 14 respectively, with Mokoka on 8 and Lwazi on 5. They're the only scorers on their side, whereas Emerald only have Wang waiting to score. Now she's an impressive +10 in her time on the floor, so making a really positive impact, though she is no longer on the floor after the substitutions. Cleary. Amanie Emmanuel can't get it to go. You can tell she really wanted that, drove in hard. Good moves under the basket, can't finish. Gonna get the second chance? No, kicked out. Kenisha Whyte, she's got 3 in her locker. What did I just say? What did I just say? The 3 ball is good. Kenisha Whyte. 42 plays 35, Team Sapphire chipping away our Team Emerald. That's been battered away, and a foul. Is it going to be just a regular foul? It's an unsportsmanlike on Amanie Emmanuel. So it's a 1 for 2 for Kenisha Whyte. Just short. As substitutions for Sapphire. Amanie Emmanuel takes a seat, as does Sarah Round. And it is possession as well for Team Emerald. Foul on the floor. In fact, foul on the shot attempt. Called against Tyra Phelan. Very high arc on the freebie from Sophie Khlaf. The 1 for 2 goes. And just like that, it's a 5-point ball game. Cleary kicks it out. Well, and with room, can't make the mid-range 2. Cleary goes inside again. Oh, that's a glorious finish on the step back in the paint. That will settle them down, Sapphire. It's their first make in a couple of minutes. As Khlaf tries to go with the left hand. Fouled in the act of shooting by Phelan once more. Gonna go to the line to try and make it a 5-point game once again as wholesale changes. Emerald are bringing out everybody except for the shooter. In fact, the shooter will be coming out as well, Khlaf. The high arc doesn't go. Cleary with the rebound, kicked it over the timeline. Prince inside to Phelan, who is met with big contact from Bailey Wang. And make that their first personal foul. Under 30 seconds left in the third. Where has this period gone? absolutely flown by as Emerald have really taken it to Sapphire. Sarson, 9 points the difference. Sarson looking for that final shot. Going inside, fouled in the act of shooting. Gonna go to the line to shoot 1 for 2. The buzzer goes, but she'll take that. Sinead Prince takes the foul. She'll take the shot as the other 9 players on the floor head to the benches. Makes it, and then says something. That's a kind word for Harriet Wellham as she goes by. At the end of 3, it's 46-49 in favour of Team Sapphire. We'll be back in just a moment. Hoopsfix Pro Am Summer League 2025. Welcome back into the Brixton Recreation Centre. Final 10 minutes to play here in our opening game of the 4th Hoopsfix Pro Am Summer League. Like I say, in our 4th year. Thank you if you've been a supporter throughout those 4 years. And of course, thank you if you are newer or in fact brand new this year. As that goes, Josephine Maignomo gets the game back to within 5 points. Sapphire, how do they respond? Lwazi just off the mark to the right as that's batted around. Kenisha Whyte looking to go downhill. Kicks it to the right hand side with Maidman. Maidman back to Whyte. The 3 ball just short. Just short. Sapphire over the timeline into the corner. This is good ball movement, what we expect from Sapphire. Lovely pass from Phelan. The finish not quite there from Fatumah Lwazi. Not this time. Sarson finds Whyte underneath. Whyte with the mismatch, kicks it to the corner. Maidman gets to her spot. Just short, doesn't get the favourable roll. Price was there with the rebound. Harriet Wellham. Drive, kick, Phelan drives, scores. 48-41. They can't get within 5, or inside of 5 points right now as Maidman underneath. Forced out of bounds. Good positioning from Cleary. Yeah, they get to within 5, Emerald. And things go a little bit awry. Screen set, kicked out to the top. Wellham steps around Sarson. 3 ball doesn't go. All ball. It's going to be Emerald ball. Yeah, confusion on the floor, but the officials were very clear about whose possession it was. Sophie Khlaf. Underneath, Josephine Maignomo puts it down. And now it's 5 points. Gap once again. 3 ball will extend that lead. Harriet Wellham lighting it up from 3. Underneath to Maidman. Maidman fouled in the act of shooting. Going to go to the line for the and 1. Can she get that triple right back? Sinead Prince once again committing the foul, and she heads to the bench, as does Tyra Phelan, Ruzsa and Mokoka in the game. Maidman, the three-point play, the old-fashioned way. You know what the gap is, it's 5 points once again. Emerald desperately need a stop, as that's going to be Emerald Ball, last touch. Oh, our officials are talking it over. And it does stay with Sapphire. The two trail officials definitely had it going that way. Ruzsa puts it up. High arc three doesn't go. Underneath, Round can't finish. And that's been launched by Kenisha Whyte into the hands of Maignomo. Underneath to Maidman. As that hits the deck, we're going to credit, I think, Ruzsa with the pressure. And again, it remains a 5-point game. Cleary to the outside. Mokoka. Oh, strings it from the corner. Three ball is good. Modiegi Mokoka. Kenisha Whyte. Oh, Maignomo putting in the work inside. It's a 6-point ball game, but Harriet Wallem, I mean, that is her bread and butter. The fast break, get inside, punish. Even the momentary lapse in defense. Maidman batting away. Oh, that would have been some make. Didn't go. The difference is 8 points still. Cleary. Lovely finish. It's a 10-point game. Had that little bit of separation. She's been doing to D1 defenders for several seasons now. As both sides making wholesale changes. In fact, timeout was taken. Forgive me that, missed the official signal. The gap is 10, 58 plays 48 in favour of Team Sapphire. Sapphire, their leading scorer, remains Harriet Wallem. She's on 19 points in the ball game. Go along with 2 assists. Lindsay Cleary, as you would expect, 15, 5 and 1. The 5 being 5 rebounds. Modiegi Mokoka, 11 points in the contest, along with 5 rebounds, 4 assists and 3 steals. And you can see all of these numbers over on the live stats page. Click the link in the description. And whilst you're Googling around, or whatever your browser/search engine of choice is, make sure you are locked into all things Hoopsfix across the social media, and of course on hoopsfix.com. Make sure you're following also the good work of the Hoopsfix Foundation. And any money that is made by them goes right back into British basketball. Really working hard to grow this fantastic game. They've been doing it for a long time, Hoopsfix Foundation, and they've been doing absolutely marvellous work. As Sarson steps out of bounds in the corner. So 10 points the difference. 4:20 left in the contest. Well, it's been a really entertaining way to get us started here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2025, powered by Jordan Brand. And that was an offensive foul. Amanie Emmanuel. Maignomo no good from the 3 ball. Good rebound though by Sophie Khlaf. As that goes, gets the favourable roll. Gamu Nkumbodo. Inside to Emmanuel. Had Sarson down low. Emmanuel with the finish. Gets it back to 10. 3 balls on the way. Oh, off the glass, banked home. Off the dribble. And that gets some nods of approval around the Brixton Recreation Centre. It's a 7-point ball game. Really good bit of keep away from Sarah Round. Tyra Phelan opens up 4. Just rolls around the rim for her. Kick forwards to Sophie Khlaf. Off the glass. Ooh, travel is the call. (60 plays 53. Emerald, team in the black uniforms, they need some stops now. As that's dumped off inside, Amanie Emmanuel is fouled. Going to go to the line, it's a 1 for 2. Foul called on Sophie Khlaf. I make that her first personal foul. First team foul, yes, first team foul for Team Emerald also. As the 1 for 2 is good. Now we are edging ever closer to FIBA time, as I like to call it, where this just becomes a regulation game of basketball. There's nothing regulation about that, keeping it alive. But they can't capitalise. And now we are in regulation basketball. So that's the and one play. The clock stops. Harriet Wellham celebrates and is going to go to the line to shoot one more. Like I said, all very normal regulation basketball things we have just seen. Makes the and one. 13 the difference. Sarson held up on the outside, puts up the 3, it's off to the left. Good rebound there by Amanie Emmanuel. Looked like Modiegi Mokoka wanted to take it away from her as Sophie Khlaf picks up another personal foul. As they go a bit smaller, Emerald, they sit down Gamu Nkumbodo and bring in Bailey Wang, who last I checked had a +10, so clearly having a positive impact on the game as Harriet Wellham misses left. And again, is that the Bailey Wang factor? Oh, offensive foul is the call. And again, Sophie Khlaf with foul 3 or 4. I think 3. When she sits down, checking back in is Taziveya Dagarembaya. Modiegi Mokoka over the timeline, still gets the pass away under a lot of pressure. Three balls on the way. No good. Bailey Wang hammered by Mokoka. And she went up for that rebound. Mokoka gathered in the loose ball and put it down. Final minute of play in our opening game of 2025. As bodies everywhere. So foul called on red 11. That's Amanie Emmanuel. That's her 4th foul. 3rd team foul. And now Sarson is going to shoot 2 free throws. The clock has stopped. And the players have forgotten the rules. And we are in regulation time. So that make from Maignomo doesn't count. Sarson goes 1 of 2. It was a good make from Josephine Maignomo. Underneath, Wellham, no good. into the hands of Amanie Emmanuel. That does go. And so that's been turned over off the hands of Bailey Wang. 69 plays 54. Under 20 seconds to play now as Maignomo gets it over the timeline. Sorry, Mokoka gets it over the timeline as the 3-ball goes just short into the hands of Round, who puts it down in off the glass. 8 seconds to shoot. Sarsing kicks it forward. 3 to shoot it. One-handed attempt and it's off the mark. That's going to do it. Game 1 is in the books and Sapphire take a resounding victory, 71-54. I promise you it was a lot closer at times than that score suggests, but a couple of players got super hot for Sapphire and Emerald. They couldn't get within that 5-point margin. Every time they got to 5, Sapphire would get it to 7. They kept around that margin, but a really fantastic opening contest here for our 2025 edition of the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League. Our opening game of the day has been won by Team Sapphire. We'll be back in a short while, not very long at all. What time? 11:45, so just about 20 minutes time. We're going to see Team Ruby taking on Team Diamond. After our first game of the tournament, it's Team Sapphire take victory at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2025.